following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, welcome in. Listen to that music. Welcome into Monday, December 6, 2021. Get you started here on Mornings on Main Street. I'll be your host for the next hour, guiding you through some positive news, some fun stories, and things that are happening in our community. Get you started and off and running on this wet. I mean, it's awful outside. In fact, it's so bad that Trousdale County has canceled their schools this morning for some evidently storm damage that's going on. So the weather out there is terrible. Let me share this off the start this morning. I drive from Donaldson to Lebanon for here. It took me 45 minutes to get here, which is usually about 20 minutes or so, because the weather and the roads were so bad. I'm going to pull up this map from TDOT, their cameras around, and you could see 24 is always bad, but coming in, there's Lebanon right there. There's a backup at mile marker 226 both ways. They said there's a wreck on both sides of that. I mean, it's awful out there. You can't see, and the rain is coming down in buckets, and there's a tornado warning going on right now for Clay County, Overton County, and Pickett County to about 7:15. So be careful. And again, the weather was just awful as you kind of get around town. You know, there's normal traffic at this time, but it was really, really bad coming in today. 65 South coming through town was shut down. There was a wreck there. It was pretty bad. So coming in. So usually we all know the commute is awful every single day, but even more so today with all the bad weather that's happening around here. So just make your way in, be safe. And you know what? I want to tell you, there's always one. Intern, I'm going to pop you up here. Intern, where are you? I'm going to share the screen. There you are. How are you, buddy?
Hey, good, man. How are you?
All right. So let me tell you what, there's always one on the interstate who flies by you going 90 miles an hour. Why is that? Well, there's always one. When the weather conditions are awful, there's always one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, because there is always one, and they zoom by you and you're like, where are you going?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get stunned. You know, I had probably 3 or 4 that zoom with flying past, and eventually you catch up with them.
Right.
You know, it's like the turtle. You know, you just steady, strong and steady, keep going straight and don't speed anything. But they're flying by me this morning. I know your sister is a big Georgia Bulldog fan, right? Switching gears here.
Yeah, she actually went to the game.
She's probably not happy this morning, is she?
No, we lost contact with her. We haven't talked to her in a while. So.
Georgia got it handed to him on Saturday, man. I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm cool with it.
You should never go against Nick Saban. Yeah,
that's true. His post-game conference, did you hear that? Talking about how media is putting out poison.
Yeah, he's good at playing media. He's a genius at all that stuff.
Definitely.
He's a genius. But have you talked to your sister after the game?
No, I sincerely have not. Like, she won't return me and my dad's calls because she probably knows that. I mean, we're not going to be too nice. We're not going to be too mean.
Yeah, but to go to that game and watch what happened down there,
right?
That's bad. That's really cool. But you know what? They're in the playoffs. That's all that matters. So good for the Georgia Bulldogs. It's happening. All right, let's get you with the latest headlines from Main Street Nashville this morning. That's the wrong page, as I do every single morning there. Thank you, intern. I appreciate you stopping the screen for me there. It's Monday, right? Is that the problem?
It is.
It's always Monday, and I can't read tabs to save my life. So maybe this will be better. There we go. Let's go back to page 1 here. Get you started on this December 6th. 2002. I cannot believe it's already December 6th, man. 2001. Here's the front page of the Main Street Nashville e-edition this morning. Ashley Perham, nice story on Bill Meade's resident expert, historian, Ridley Wills. It's fascinating. I love people who are fascinated by history, and I love people who write about it and talk about it, because we lose sight of our history, intern. We lose sight of a lot of things. So read the story this morning by Ashley here we go. Today's e-edition of Main Street Nashville. She actually got another story here too as well. Woman in prison for nearly 30 years takes stand in an effort to clear her name. And I'm not going to give the story away because I'd like for you to read it. Just all that's been through these last 30 years. And Ashley puts it together. So she's such a good writer and reporter and puts it together in a nice little story that you can read. But I want you to read this if you get a chance later on, just to see all the things they've gone through and the hurdles, everything, as this lady tries to clear her name for all that's happening. We always talk about the growth on this show. We got Jason Goolsby come on at 7:40 with the Inside Scoop. The dirt that's being moved around, but Murfreesboro Planning Commission approves 177 unit subdivision. Story by Tyler Courage down in the Murfreesboro Post. And right next to that story, Murfreesboro plans land exchange with Middle Tennessee Electric for a park. You know what? And I love parks. I love that we have parks around Middle Tennessee, greenways, and everything that happens with those, because they are so vital to getting out and having family time and having fun. So I'm glad they're getting a park there. A sad story yesterday. American icon, at least I think he is. Senate leader, presidential candidate Bob Dole passed away at 98 years old. Bob Dole, there's a fantastic photo of Bob Dole saluting when George 41 died. George Herbert Walker Bush died. And he saluted with his left hand. And some are like, why is he saluting with his left hand? Well, it says right here. He was in World War II charging a German position in northern Italy in 1945. Bob Dole was hit by a shell fragment that crushed 2 vertebrae and paralyzed his arms and legs. The young Army platoon leader spent 3 years recovering in hospital and never regained use of his right hand. To avoid embarrassing those trying to shake his right hand, Dole always clutched a pin in it and reached out with his left. He is an American hero, and Bob Dole passed away at the age of 98 on Sunday. His wife, Elizabeth Dole, letting everybody know. So God bless you, sir. May you forever rest in peace. As you've watched this show, you know that I love the national banner and the history that goes along with it. And today's story in the bat 60 years ago today, and I just love this. Bradley Parkway, you can see it right there on your screen. The route, they're figuring the route, what's going to happen is going to go through Donaldson. And I just love this. Route go through, work to start in 1962. And if you read to the story to the right here, County Judge Beverly Briley, the future first mayor of the Consolidated Metropolitan Government of Nashville, and he had the road named after him. That takes some major, some stones. He got the road named after, while in office, got the road named after him. The construction of Briley Parkway from the airport to Pennington Bend was scheduled to begin in 1962. $2.5 million. $2.5 million would not even get you a survey these days when you do that. So I just think that's really cool looking at that and Briley Parkway and what all happened. And of course, Briley Parkway has 17 different names as you make your way through Nashville. And it's always confusing to people because it turns into, if you go north of town, it comes whipping back around to White Bridge Road and Woodmont Boulevard. I mean, it's just all these different names, but it's cool to see this in the paper 60 years ago today for what all that was going on with that. Let's go also, we love high school football, and Main Street Preps does a great job of covering everything. I want to look at what you got this morning in the paper, what they've done. I mean, you've got page after page after page of complete recaps of the high school state championships that went on down in Chattanooga. So many people contributed to this. So many people did great work for this. So I've been reading this morning, all the stories, and not just scores and highlights, but stories. And that's why I love this paper so much, what you get to do, all things you get to read in here. All right, so in turn, we do this every day. We pick a cartoon out, and we'll role play for you. And today's cartoons, we're doing Beetle Bailey. So intern, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir, right here.
Okay, so let's do Beetle Bailey. We got a fun show for today. We want to get you off laughing and starting to feel good about today on a rainy and wet Monday. We're going to make the most of it and have fun. We're going to turn that frown upside down. All right, so in the role of Beetle Bailey today, I'm going to play the sergeant, and the intern's going to play Beetle Bailey. Okay, you good?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. 4, 3, 2, and scene. Beetle, I've been looking for you all day.
Well, that's good to hear.
Why?
It gives me a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah. Well done, man. Intern.
Guys, the accomplishment's a lot of syllables,
That is, wow, gosh, man. Why are you not up for a Golden Globe or something? I don't understand that as well.
Same.
Oh, man. I'm going to laugh. I might just spend all morning laughing, and that's fine as long as you guys laugh too as well. Let me bend my head down there and get the screen. All right, fun show. Coming up at 7:40, Jason Goolsby, Inside Dirt. 7:30, Nashville Councilman Jeff Syracuse will join us, talk about the plans. The Donaldson Library plans have been revealed, and a lot of things going on in Donaldson, his area, in the Hermitage side of town. We'll get you the latest on that. 720 Terry McCormick from Titan Insider. But up next, give you a little something to smile about. I spent yesterday at the Music City Bowl announcement with the CEO of the TransPerfect Music City Bowl, Scott Ramsey, about what it means to have the bowl back. And two very good teams, Tennessee and Purdue, are in the bowl game this year. You'll hear from Scott Ramsey. We come back next. We're off and running. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.